Fuel rod is extruded out of the machine into a pipe. He smiles with satisfaction. The machine has a radioactive warning symbol on it. Gun at the ready, Bond creeps along a corridor with Christmas just behind him. They look through a window into the bridge. Renard is overseeing his men as they pilot the submarine.
Level at 100 feet. Hold her steady.
Bond watches as Renard goes and the man at the helm nods and sets the depth. Another of the men pulls some levers on the wall, discharging some of the ballast tanks.
Level at 100 feet.
Outside in the water, air bubbles rise from the ballast vents.
If we can force them up to the surface, they'll show up in the spy satellite. Bring out the Navy.
Bond indicates for Christmas to stand back, then bursts into the room. He smashes the man at the ballast controls into the instruments and points his pistol at the others. Bond pulls back two of the ballast control levers, discharging more air. The sub's nose begins to point down into the water. In the fuel rod manufacturing room, Renard becomes aware the submarine is listing and runs back to the bridge. Bond grabs one of the men and uses him as a shield as the others and Renard open fire. Bond shoots back and the body of the man he's holding takes the incoming rounds. He backs out of the room. In the corridor,
Sideways calculation.
the submarine is now in a headlong nosedive to the bottom. The corridor has now become a shaft and Christmas dangles from the side of it a little way above Bond. Bond stretches a cargo net across the corridor to prevent him from falling any further down it. Renard clambers up the room where the fuel rod was made. On the bridge, one of the men loses his grip and falls. As he does so, he hits the throttle control, accelerating the boat. As the sub speeds to the seabed, everyone hangs onto the floors and walls. As it impacts, Christmas loses her grip and falls down to Bond and the cargo net. On the bridge, the men are all thrown to one end of the room. Renard loses his grip and falls halfway down the room he's in. He grabs hold of some rails and starts climbing back up. The impact ruptures the torpedo bay and water starts to flood in. Christmas sees the water gushing into the corridor below. Renard climbs on towards the new weapons-grade fuel rod. Bond opens the hatch ahead of